Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. So excited to be here.
We've been talking about level setting, and I have to tell you, your new cookbook, Breaking the Rules, I want to know, how are you breaking the rules and leveling up?
I'm a rule breaker. So
Okay, I can't tell.
In Italian cooking, there's a lot of so-called traditions. And there are a lot of Italians that get very angry about that. I'm here to make people angry, to make them a little uncomfortable, but also feel good to carve their own path in the kitchen. So that's what the book's all about.
Really, like carving your own path to the kitchen. Give us a little bit of your history to wanting to be this rule breaker, be on your own.
So a lot of people know me either from social media, on Food Network, on Bravo, cooking for people. But really, I got my start in Michelin-starred kitchens. I spent over a decade in the Bay Area, really honing my craft, learning the technique, and learning a lot of those so-called rules of Italian cooking. And now that I know them all I want to do is teach people how to break them.
And teach them how to break them. You know, you were saying this earlier before we started rolling, that this is one of your signature dishes, but it took you 7 years to perfect?
I went deep down the rabbit hole on focaccia. And so I'm probably known for two things. I'd say pasta, I'm the pasta guy,
yes,
but also my focaccia has become a viral sensation. And so one of my most prized possessions in this book is the recipe for the focaccia. And I've summed up about 7 years worth of knowledge into 2 pages, turned it into what was like a 4-day process, into a very simple 1.5, 2-day process to make a beautiful focaccia like this. And I like to break the rules, so I kind of go a little savory and sweet. I put blackberries and honey
and sweet. Well,
in my focaccia.
So much going on here. I mean, we got a little bit of like savory and sweet all around us. So tell us, the chips.
Puffed pasta chips. So these are Tantos. This is something I just launched last year, and they're available nationwide. You can find them online. You can find them in grocery stores.
And even in the sky. You said they are.
And even in the sky.
Yep, on airplanes.
On your favorite airline. And so what they are a combination of my 2 favorite food groups, pasta and nachos. 2 things that probably should never be together, but we're here to break the rules.
Pasta
and that's what
nachos.
Tantos is doing.
How did you develop something like that?
You know, it was a happy accident at the end of the day. What started as leftover, overcooked pasta turned into the world's first plant-based chicharron made of semolina and water.
Wow, you know, so often I'll be in the grocery store and I'm like, how did someone think of that? So yours was a happy accident.
It was a happy accident. My mind gets a little crazy at times, but you know, that's what the book's all about. It's being comfortable and not having to follow those so-called recipes or rules. Take amatriciana, for example.
Yes.
A classic Roman pasta dish known for the tomatoes, cheese, guanciale, and chili flake.
Getting hungry right now as we're talking and all this is in front of us.
I like to switch it up, and I do it in a summer salad. So all of those same flavors, all those same ingredients, you don't need the pasta. You could have this any day of the week.
So it's healthier too.
It's well, I mean, talk about healthy. There's always room for dessert. We'll get to the cookies. We'll get to the cookies. But yeah, so like that's kind of like where my mind goes, is take the familiar, but present it to you in a new way.
Love that. Okay, so keep us going. What do we have here? I heard you made these first thing this morning for the show.
First thing this morning, and like, you know, I'm the kind of person that takes something simple like a cookie, but really goes deep down into all those different dials that you could turn. Brown butter, brown sugar, white sugar, eggs, butter, kind of like playing around with all of those things, finding my favorite parts of all the other recipes you might find on the internet or in other books, and distilling it down into my own version. So that's what I have in here. I have 2 of my favorite cookie recipes in the world. This is what I think is the best chocolate chip cookie.
You're giving away your secrets, or do you just want to take others with you?
I want to take people on this food journey with me.
I love that. You know, our tagline here on the show is your story matters, and you're taking that extreme whenever you're like, even the cookie ingredients matter.
Every little detail matters. I think that's something my mom taught me early on when it comes to food. She's my inspiration for cooking. Food keeps me connected with her. And I think so many other people have that same connection, whether they lost someone, a loved one, a family member, someone close or important to them in life, and food has that power to evoke those memories, to create new memories. And so, you know, there's a huge part of the book that's dedicated to her as well.
Wow, okay. Give us a little snippet of what is dedicated to her.
My mom's marinara recipe is in there.
Okay.
And that's like a classic one.
And mom knows.
Mom knows, and that's one that like, it took a long time to figure out how she did it, and you think it's maybe the type of olive oil or the type of tomatoes. It's more so the way that she treated the onions and garlic that make it unlike any other marinara you'll ever have.
You really have me on the edge of my seat here. Now, I'm not a chef per se. I have trouble following directions, but you broke them down for us.
So that was my idea. It's like, I didn't want this to be a book just for chefs. It's for home cooks, it's for beginners, but there's also so many kind of what I call chef it up moments down in the blurbs of the corners of the pages that are for chefs, for those people like that want to get the extra gold star and kind of level up their cooking.
Yeah.
And so maybe you swap out black garlic for roasted garlic or raw garlic. So you're kind of like doing something a little different, outside of the norm, breaking the rules.
I'm learning so much about your story and everything that goes into your delicious recipes. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Thanks everybody for tuning in.